In the quiet suburbs, where safety and community are taken for granted, the case of Jeannette Tamayo emerged like a dark cloud, casting a long shadow over our understanding of trust and evil. What drives a seemingly ordinary individual to commit such a heinous act? How do the echoes of one's upbringing resonate in the labyrinth of the criminal mind? Born into a world fraught with challenges, the perpetrator's life was a tapestry of missed signs and whispers of trouble. At the tender age of 13, they experienced a traumatic event. This moment, buried deep in their psyche, might have been a turning point, leading them down a path that culminated in the tragic case of Jeannette Tamayo. What lurks in the shadow of such trauma? How does it shape a person's view of the world, of right and wrong? Experts analyzing this case draw eerie parallels to similar criminal profiles. They note a pattern of escalating behavior, a journey from social outcast to predator. What about their mental health history? Did it play a role in their transformation? Delving into their family life uncovers a complex web of relationships. Strained, distant, perhaps dysfunctional. Did these familial bonds or their absence contribute to the making of a criminal? Imagine for a moment the life of the perpetrator before the crime. What were the interactions, the behaviors that hinted at what was to come? The subtle signs, the unspoken warnings, were they there? And if so, why were they missed? Could anyone have foreseen the tragedy that was about to unfold? As we explore these questions, let us not forget the victim, Jeannette Tamayo. A young life full of promise, thrust into the depths of fear and despair. What were her thoughts, her feelings during those harrowing days? Her resilience and courage, how did they shine through the darkness of her ordeal? In this complex tapestry of human behavior, where psychology and crime intertwine, we seek not just answers, but understanding. Understanding of the human condition, of the fine line between normalcy and deviance. What can this case teach us about the human psyche, about our society, and about the protective measures we must take to safeguard our communities? In the realm of criminal psychology, experts often discuss the influence of a troubled childhood on the development of criminal tendencies. Was the perpetrator's path to crime set in motion by early life experiences? Consider for a moment the impact of a traumatic event on a young mind. How might such an experience shape a person's worldview, their understanding of morality, and their ability to empathize with others? Yet while childhood trauma can provide context, it does not justify criminal actions. It's crucial to remember that millions endure hardships without turning to crime. So, what was different in this case? What psychological factors distinguished this individual from others who faced similar challenges? Analysts point to a possible history of mental health issues, underscoring the importance of early intervention and support. Did the perpetrator exhibit signs of mental illness that went unnoticed or untreated? What role did social behavior play in their development? Were there instances of aggression, withdrawal, or other concerning behaviors that, in hindsight, were red flags? Furthermore, the family environment often plays a significant role in an individual's development. Was the family dynamic in this case a contributing factor? How did the perpetrator's relationships with their family members influence their emotional and psychological growth? As we delve deeper into the backstory and psychological analysis of the perpetrator, we are compelled to ask, could this tragedy have been prevented? Were there missed opportunities for intervention that could have altered the course of events? In exploring these questions, we gain insight into the complex interplay of factors that can lead to criminal behavior. This understanding is crucial not only for solving crimes, but also for preventing them. It reminds us that behind every headline, there are human stories, stories of struggle, pain, and sometimes redemption. In the heart of a seemingly peaceful community, a sinister plan was brewing. The day Jeannette Tamayo disappeared, a sense of dread descended upon the town. How could such a bright, young soul vanish in broad daylight? What dark intentions drove the perpetrator to commit this heinous act? On that fateful day, the perpetrator, meticulously dressed to avoid suspicion, blended into the surroundings. Their clothing, unremarkable at first glance, was chosen with a purpose: to not draw attention. But beneath this facade of normalcy lurked a mind overwhelmed by sinister thoughts. The abduction itself was executed with chilling precision. Jeannette, unsuspecting and vulnerable, became an easy target for the predator lying in wait. The perpetrator's interaction with Jeannette was a calculated blend of manipulation and control. But what went through their mind during these moments? Was there a flicker of remorse, a struggle within, or was it a cold, emotionless act? As Jeannette was taken, her world transformed from one of safety and familiarity to one of unimaginable fear and uncertainty. What thoughts raced through her mind? Did she understand the gravity of her situation? Or did she hold on to a glimmer of hope that this was just a misunderstanding, a terrible mistake? The crime scene, meticulously analyzed by investigators, provided critical clues. Minute details, often overlooked, became pieces of a puzzle that slowly started to form a clearer picture. The tire tracks, the faint fingerprints, the subtle disturbances in the environment, each element told a part of the story. In the wake of the abduction, the community rallied together, united in their determination to bring Jeannette home. Flyers were distributed, search parties organized, and the local media inundated with pleas for information. But as days turned into weeks, hope began to wane. Where was Jeannette? What was happening to her during those long, terrifying days? The perpetrator's actions following the crime offer insights into their state of mind. Did they monitor the media coverage, deriving a twisted sense of satisfaction from the chaos they had caused? Or were they consumed by anxiety and fear, aware that their world could come crashing down at any moment? This section of our journey into the Jeannette Tamayo case takes us deeper into the heart of darkness. It compels us to confront the uncomfortable truth that evil can lurk in the most unexpected places, hidden beneath a veneer of normalcy. It challenges us to understand the depths of human depravity and the resilience of the human spirit in the face of unimaginable adversity. As we continue to explore this case, we are reminded of the fragility of safety and the importance of vigilance. The story of Jeannette Tamayo is a stark reminder that sometimes the monsters we fear are not just in our imaginations. They walk among us, cloaked in the ordinariness of everyday life. Stay with us as we delve further into the resolution of this case, seeking answers and closure in a story that has left an indelible mark on the hearts and minds of all who have followed it. The resolution and conclusion of the Jeannette Tamayo case, while bringing a sense of closure, also unraveled a series of complexities and deep-seated issues within our societal and judicial frameworks. The perpetrator, once apprehended, presented a facade of remorse and confusion. But was this genuine repentance or a strategic ploy for leniency? The investigation, exhaustive in its scope, pieced together the events leading to Jeannette's abduction. Law enforcement agencies, working tirelessly, relied on a combination of forensic evidence, witness testimonies, and advanced technology. Yet amidst this web of evidence, a question lingered. What drove the perpetrator to commit such an atrocity? The trial, a spectacle that captivated national attention, delved into the psyche of the perpetrator. Expert testimonies painted a picture of a disturbed individual whose actions were the culmination of a troubled past and a fractured mental state. Yet, can psychological trauma ever justify such heinous actions? Where do we draw the line between understanding and accountability? In a twist of fate, Jeannette's resilience and courage became a beacon of hope and strength. Her ability to survive, to maintain hope in the face of overwhelming despair, stood as a testament to the human spirit. The victim impact statements, poignant and heart-wrenching, highlighted not just the physical, but also the emotional and psychological scars left by the crime. The court's verdict and the sentence imposed raised questions about justice and retribution. Was the punishment adequate for the gravity of the crime? Did it offer a sense of closure to Jeannette and her family, or was it merely a legal resolution to a deeply personal tragedy? For Jeannette, the journey did not end with a trial. The aftermath of her ordeal was a battle of its own, a struggle to reclaim her life, her sense of security, and her identity. How does one move on from such a traumatic experience? What does it take to rebuild a life shattered by violence and fear? The community, too, faced its own reckoning. The case brought to light issues of safety, trust, and the need for vigilance. It sparked conversations about preventative measures, the role of mental health in criminal behavior, and the importance of community support in times of crisis. The Jeannette Tamayo case, etched in the annals of criminal history, leaves us with a profound understanding of the far-reaching consequences of crime. The direct aftermath of such a harrowing event extends beyond the immediate circle of the victim and perpetrator, rippling through the community and society at large. In the wake of the trial, the perpetrator, now confined within the stark walls of a prison, faces the consequences of their actions. But what goes through the mind of someone who has committed such an atrocity? Do they grapple with guilt and remorse, or are they detached from the gravity of their crime? The current whereabouts and status of the perpetrator, while a matter of public record, raise deeper questions about rehabilitation, redemption, and the possibility of change. Can a person truly reform, or are some actions beyond redemption? Jeannette Tamayo's ordeal did not end with the perpetrator's conviction. The physical scars may heal, but the psychological trauma lingers. Her journey to recovery is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, yet it also underscores the need for comprehensive support systems for survivors of crime. How does one rebuild a life that has been irrevocably changed? What role do therapy, community support, and personal determination play in this healing process? The impact on the families involved is profound and enduring. The family of Jeannette Tamayo, forever changed by the events, must navigate a new reality. Their strength and unity in the face of such adversity serve as a powerful example of familial bonds. Conversely, the perpetrator's family grapples with a different kind of trauma, the realization that someone they loved and raised could cause such harm. How do they reconcile their love for their family member with the nature of their actions? The community, too, emerges from this tragedy transformed. A heightened sense of vulnerability and a collective mourning for lost innocence mark the aftermath. Yet there is also a renewed commitment to vigilance, to looking out for one another, and to fostering a safer environment for all. The case serves as a stark reminder of the fragility of safety and the importance of community engagement in crime prevention. This case also leaves an indelible mark on the legal and law enforcement systems. It highlights the challenges faced in investigating and prosecuting such cases and underscores the importance of ongoing training, resources, and interagency collaboration. The lessons learned from the Jeannette Tamayo case contribute to the evolution of criminal justice practices and policies. In the final analysis, the Jeannette Tamayo case is a complex tapestry of human emotions, legal intricacies, and societal implications. It challenges us to think deeply about the nature of evil, the capacity for human resilience, and the role of justice in healing. As we conclude this exploration, we reflect on the enduring questions it raises. How do we balance our desire for justice with the principles of rehabilitation and redemption? What can we, as a society, do to prevent such tragedies from occurring in the future? The legacy of the Jeannette Tamayo case is multifaceted. It is a story of pain and loss, but also of survival and hope. It serves as a powerful reminder of the impact of crime on individuals and communities, and the importance of coming together to support those affected. This case has undoubtedly changed the lives of many, and its lessons will continue to resonate for years to come. As we close this chapter, let us not forget the courage of Jeannette Tamayo, the resilience of her family, and the dedication of the law enforcement officials and legal professionals who sought justice. Their stories are a testament to the strength of the human spirit in the face of adversity and the power of a community united in the pursuit of healing and justice. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the Jeannette Tamayo case. We hope this exploration has provided you with a deeper understanding of the complexities of criminal behavior, the intricacies of the legal system, and the profound impact of crime on individuals and society. May this knowledge inspire us to work towards a safer, more compassionate world for all.